Hi everyone, welcome back and thanks for joining me. This is Jonna with Purple Girl Crafts. Today we are going to be making this double column card. As you see, I added a stand to the back so that it will stand up for display. This card, the only die cuts I used were for the letters. And this card measures about 5 by 7. And you can see it is a 3-dimensional card because it will stand out when it's displayed. So let's just go ahead and get started. So we'll grab our scoreboard. And our first piece, this is going to be cut at 5 by 7. Our next piece is going to be cut at 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And that will be for the top. Then we need one piece at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then we need two pieces, and these are going to be cut at 4 3/4 by 4 1/2. On the 4 1/2 inch side, we are going to score this at 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you'll do that on both pieces. Right, so those pieces are done. Then we need 6 pieces. These will be cut at 1/2 by 4 1/2. And those will be for on top of those cubes that we just scored. So we are done with our scoreboard, so we'll move that out of the way. And then we're just going to secure our top piece to the card. Now you can use tape or you can use your glue. So I'm using the tape just for this one. So I've lined it up and I'm just going to pull those tabs out. And then just make sure that tape is secure. Then we're going to take the cubes and we're going to crease out all those folds. You do them in the same direction. And you're going to do both cubes. Then we're going to glue these together. So you're going to glue just that 1/2 inch edge. Then just lay this flat on itself and then just close it and then just secure that glue. And then you can crease out those folds again just to make sure they're all nice and creased. And then we'll do it to the second one. And so just making sure they're all creased out and they look good. Now these are going to sit on the card. Now you can do this 2 ways. You can just lay them so that they're lined up with the edge like this and then glue the furthest piece, or you can mark a ruler with an inch in and then secure them down. I'm going to do the inch in just to show you. So I just grab my ruler and just on the sides, we're just going to mark 1 inch and I'm going to do it on all 4 sides. You don't need to do this if you're comfortable just with gluing it down. You're going to glue it so that it's lined up and then the bottom piece that's glued, it will stand up. So we're just going to put glue on the bottom of one of these pieces. And I'm just going to line it up. So make sure it's flat. And the glue is facing towards the right. I'm going to line it up so it's lined up with those pencil marks I just drew and then secure it down. Now when you close it going the other way, then you can see mine's just a little bit off, but you can glue it down this way too. You can just glue it and line it up with the edge of the paper. Either way, it's fine, whichever you're more comfortable with. So we'll do the second one. So I'm going to put glue again on the bottom. And I'm just going to make sure it's flat. And we're going to go an inch in. So I'm just going to line it up. And then close it on itself. And then just, I like to use the glue so that you can move it around, make sure it's straight. And that's what you'll have. Next, we're going to work on the back piece. So this piece is going to go just at the bottom. We're going to fold it in half. You just want to make sure that's lined up. And then it's going to sit just like this. So we're going to take it, we're going to cut just an angle off the one side. So I'm going to grab my scissors and we're going to cut just about 1/8 of an inch off. And we're just going to go from the 1/8 inch and then back to that fold line. And then when we secure this, it'll just make it lean at just a little bit of an angle so you can see it better instead of straight up and down when it's on display. So we're just going to glue that left side. So I'm just making the card flat, and then I'm just going to secure that down. So just like that. Now we are going to glue those 6 pieces on to the front. And you're going to put 3 on each side. So you're just going to put it on the 3 sides where the black cardstock is showing. And you'll do that on both top and bottom. So now for the letters, as I finish this, for the letters, I'm just going to throw these on here just so you could see I did 2 sets of happy and 2 birthday. I'm just showing you up close the letters. You see there's just a small, probably about a 1/16 of an inch piece of paper. I just cut small strips and put them at the bottom of each thicker letter. Then I'm going to glue the letters in order onto that little strip that I'd made. So this will join them and give it just a little bit of support in the back that you can't see. And then once you're done with that, as I'm gluing these, I'm just lining them up. And again, I'm just lining them up so that it's on that little strip I did. And they do go back and forth. They can't line up straight because the letters don't line up straight, which kind of makes it look unique. You don't need to put them any on the Y's because they are the last letter and they don't need one at the bottom. And then turn it over. And as I'm doing here, we're going to put glue on the backs, and we're going to glue a second set. That just makes this a little bit stronger and thicker so that it'll stand up nicer for you. So I'm just quickly going to just add all of these letters to the birthday. And this is just a way that you can join your letters and make them look nice. All right, so the birthday is done. Just get that last one on. And this is just a little bit thicker and it's nice. And then so I just did happy really quick the same way. And so now happy birthday is done. When you glue these, you want to make sure that you're putting glue on just one of your top or your bottom letter. It doesn't matter which way you start. You want to lay the card. You want the flaps to be going the same way. So if you have them laying downward or upward, you want them both to be laying the same way when you lay it down. Put your one letter on, and then you're going to do your second letter. So this time I'm going to lean it upward. And then you'll see we're just going to lay that Y. We're going to secure the Y. This way, when it opens, it will open and it'll be even. It will stay where it's supposed to stay. And it won't be bulky or bulgy. We're going to do happy the same way, except for this one, we're only going to do the Y because it doesn't reach far enough up. I'm just going to close that just to make sure it's straight on there. And that it does clear the top because it's a little bit close. And for the cow, we're going to put the cow right in the middle. And then I also have a couple balloons, so we're going to add some balloons to the card. So I put some on top of the happy, and then we're going to put some on the cow or on the other birthday. I'm not sure which yet. Let's secure the cow down first. So I'm just going to secure his legs. I'm going to put him right in the center. And I'm just laying this flat just to make sure I get him straight and even. And then for the balloons, I'm just putting just a little bit of glue on the ribbon part of the balloon and then on the top. And again, I'm going to lay this flat so that when I secure that balloon up there, it doesn't bulge and it's straight and flat. So just like that. And then we'll just add just a couple more balloons. I'm going to add one to the back of his tail. I'm just using the bone folder just to help me line it up and make sure it's on there. You could add some more embellishments. You could do some grasp on the bottom of the cow or whatever you wanted. I just liked the style of this cards, and I had a couple of requests to make it, so I thought I would just do a quick one, just a little bit different than the happy birthday with the little boy I had done earlier. And then I'm just going to continue just to add just a couple more balloons just to fill it up a little bit. And as I finish this, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy these quick tutorials. I know your time is precious. Please continue to watch me. Join my channel if you haven't. And until next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.